BBB here with 1-0 prospect Nathan Cummiskey. Alright Nathan?
Good mate, thank you very much.
How's it going today? It's a nice little event, isn't it?
Yeah, nice and busy in here. It's going good. It's good. I've just been training this morning with John Slaughter, so he killed me this morning, and I'm here to do a bit of talking, a bit of photo shoot. So yeah.
Are you looking fresh for it, man? Considering you've gone through that this morning,
I've just been on holiday as well, so a little bit sun-kissed.
Where you been?
I've been to Tenerife.
Very nice.
So when I was training out there, I say holiday, it was more like a training camp. I was going to the MTK gym over there every day. So
what was that like?
Lovely mate, loads of fun things to punch there, tyres and boys and all that. So yeah, and I met Manuel, the boxing coach there, lovely fella. He was patting me. Didn't speak much English, but you know what I mean.
International language of boxing.
It's a universal language.
He holds a pad up, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So no, I had a lovely little break, but good training, stayed focused over there. Just got back on Tuesday. I was in Liverpool yesterday for my medical, so I drove about 7 hours round trip, and that brings us here today. So yeah, just
it doesn't sound like much of a break, but I suppose from the boxing it is. So 1-0, end of 2021, coming into 2022. How was that, getting your debut? I don't want to say out of the way, but getting that done and dusted and moving on?
Well, that was the plan at the time. I was meant to have been boxing 3 weeks after, 3 or 4 weeks after that. I was meant to have been boxing, so the plan was very much don't get hit, don't get touched, get the win, get the 4 rounds, move on, we're boxing next month. So I did that. I drove home, after I boxed, I drove home about an hour later, you know what I mean? I had a half a shandy and I drove home. I was going to box obviously 3 or 4 weeks later, but unfortunately that never transpired because we couldn't get matched. We had matches made, then they fell through, and then there was, you know, ones in the pipeline, kids couldn't get the paperwork over the line with the board. You know what it's like, boxing, just one of them things, couldn't happen. So, to be honest with you, I left end of the last year like very frustrated because I never celebrated my debut. Like I say, I drove home thinking, right, I'm back in the gym spar on Monday morning, and so really I feel like I never got to let the fizz out the bottle, to be totally honest with you, and that'll happen on the 26th of February.
So that's the plan, like very almost short-term thinking, get the next one out the way,
never switched off,
enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And how hard is that, like, to switch off? Is that just with your personality, but also being a boxer and knowing how full on it is?
I think it's been a bit of a learning experience what happened there in the last month, in terms of what you're saying there, switching on and off and things like that. Like, my head was in the right place, but you can get so mentally, like, you know, entrenched in, right, I'm going to fight now.
Which is good, that'll hold you in good stead.
It's how you got to be in this sport. But it'll not surprise me if it happens again now. Do you know what I mean? It'll it won't hurt me the way it did that time. It's all a learning experience.
And that's exactly it. So you want to know, and obviously not that experience in terms of how many rounds you box, etc. in as a professional.
Yeah.
But that sort of thing going on outside the ring, you've just said it yourself there, that's like a little box ticked. You've dealt with something, some sort of adversity where it hasn't really cost you anything in terms of your boxing, but
just didn't go my way, and that's, as you said there, didn't cost me now in terms of boxing. And if anything, I've done an 8-week camp. I didn't get the cherry on the cake, but we still made the cake. Do you know what I mean? So, you know,
you're full of the good analogies, aren't you?
But I've thought about this. The amount of times I've had this conversation with my family, my friends, how pissed off I was. Excuse my language.
No, go for it.
How upset I was. You know what I mean? At the time, and that was what it was. I didn't get the cherry on the cake, but you know, there's always a gift in them shit situations. There's always a gift in them. So I've learned, I've lived. It'll not surprise me if it happens again. And I don't care about opponents. I'm not bothered about opponents. I just want to box as frequently as I can. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I want.
It's the way to be, Nathan. It's the way to be. And like, as you said, that attitude will hold you in good stead going forward. And obviously you've got this, we've talked last time, I think we talked, and obviously done press conferences and stuff about this whole new setup with your boxing promotions.
Yeah.
They'll get you those dates. Like, you're in a very good position there to get dates going forward. Matching, as I spoke to almost everyone today, that every boxer I spoke to has had an issue at some point getting matched with someone or
with
fights
COVID and everything last year. It was like, that's one of the things as well. It wasn't just me. Like, at the time I was going to myself, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like, how many people last year because of COVID either didn't get the boxed maybe once or twice, or had a fight pulled. You know what I mean? A lot of boxers, it wasn't just me.
It's incredible all the way through as well, like some of the big names at the top of the sport.
Conor Ben, you know, they got their right to the weigh-in. Him and Vargas, I think, first time they were meant to box. They got to the weigh-in. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me.
You seem in fine fettle now though, yeah?
Well, I am.
You generally seem a lot happier than
I am. I don't need to lie about it. I got my head around that. I'm over it. And the vision stays the same. If anything, it's just a little bit stronger now. I know what I want to do. And I'm a little bit wiser, a little bit more experienced, and I'm just looking forward to the next one.
And then obviously with you not boxing, a few of your stablemates did, they've managed to get different opportunities on different shows. How does it feel for you watching them? Is that a totally different mindset?
Yeah, it's completely different because like, just happy for them really to watch them box. Obviously gutted for Sam Wallace getting that unfortunate late stoppage after doing so well. But just happy for them. I think some people might view our boxing, you see teams and like gyms and things like that, and don't get me wrong, love all the lads in here and we're a great team. But I can't get in there for Rico or Sam, and they can't get in there for me. Matty can't get in there for me. Do you know what I mean? It's an individual sport. So when I watch them, it's just, you're watching your mates, you're buzzing, you know, you win for them, you lose when they lose, you're gutted. You know what I mean? And that's how it works.
And how does that friendly relationship transfer into the gym?
Great, mate. It's, you know, it's one of them things. Like, to be honest, I got two personalities in the gym. When I'm outside of the ropes, when I'm in them. You know what I mean? I don't give anyone any freebies in here and sparring, whether they're my mates.
I'm dying to come and see some sparring. Yeah, I've been on the mat. I was like, I'm getting along.
And they'd be doing me a disservice, Sam or Rico, if they were pulling their punches. They've got to try and hit me as hard as they possibly can. Because when I get in there on the 26th, there's nobody giving me any freebies then. You know what I mean? So that's how we spar hard. Unless it's a tech spar, and, you know, Matty wants us to do things. We spar hard, and when we get out of there, we shake hands and we crack on, we talk shite like anyone else, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sets you up nicely for the next fight, I imagine.
Yeah, just looking forward to it now, and that's it.
Thank you very much for your time, cheers.
Pleasure
as ever.